Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Chibi Moana. Let's get started with the eyes. I'm going to start on the left side with a circle, starting from the very top. Work our way towards the bottom. And back up towards the top. We're going to do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to leave a space in the center and line up the top. Now on the top left area, we're going to draw a smaller circle for highlight. So just tucked up against the eye. Just draw a circle. Do the same thing on the right side. Now in the center of the eye, we're going to draw a smaller circle for the pupil. Starting at the bottom of the highlight, I'm just going to circle around and then back up towards the side. We're going to color all that in black. And then we're going to move over towards the right side and do the same thing. Starting at the bottom of the highlight, coming in towards the side, and we'll fill all that in black. We're going to go up to the top of the eyes and draw on the upper eyelid. So we're going to start on the side of the left eye, we're going to curve around and up, and pull that in towards the inside of the eye. So just curving around the eye, and then just pulling that in towards the inside. I'm going to take this end here and just curl up the side of the eyelash. Curving up. Now I'm going to curve that down and up and just going to thicken up this eyelash. Starting up here, we're going to curve down and in and then just trace around a thick eyelash and then just come down towards the inside of the eye, just tapering it to the center. We're going to color all that in black. Go ahead and do the same thing on the right side. Starting on the inside of the eye, we're going to curve around the eye and just come down towards the side. Right about there. And then we're going to curl up the side of the eyelash, going up, taper that back in, and just follow along the top of the eye in towards the inside. And then we're going to go ahead and color all that in black. Now just below the eye, I just want to draw a little curve that just sort of extends the width of the eye for the lower eyelid. Starting on the left, we'll curve across towards the bottom. Same thing on the right side. Now we're going to go up to the top and draw the thick eyebrows. So we're going to start on the left side, drawing a curve from left to right. Across. And then in here, it's going to draw a short angled line going in. We're going to take this end and just curve up and just meet up with the top of that line. Let's do the same thing on the right side, so lining up the inside edge, curving up over the right eye and towards the side. Take the inside and just draw a short straight line going up, curving around and then down towards the side. Let's go ahead and fill those all in black. Let's move in between the eyes, just down here, and draw on the nose. So we're going to start with a little curve from left to right, down in the middle, and then back up. Just above here, we're going to draw a short curve in the opposite direction just to wrinkle up the top of the nose. We're going to move down below the nose and draw a curve from left to right. Just for the mouth. And then on the ends, we're just going to draw a little curve, a little bracket, just to close off the edge of the mouth. Now let's draw on the upper lip. So we're going to start on the side on top and curving up towards the middle and then back down on the right side. So we're going to curve up, come back down, and then just flatten out on top of the mouth. We're going to draw the lower lip. So on the side here, we're going to curve down towards the bottom and back up on the right side. Now we're going to go in and draw on the bottom of the face. So we're going to start just underneath the eyelashes, curve down to the bottom of the chin. Starting over here, we're going to curve around. Pulling that in towards the bottom of the chin, we'll work our way back up towards the right side. Curving up and pulling that in underneath the eyelash. Now above the eyelash, we're going to draw on the side of the hair. So we're going to work our way around the edge of the eyebrow. So curving around the eyebrow and then up. Do that on both sides. And then from the tops, we're just going to connect those 2 points with a curve for the hairline. Up in the middle and bring this down on the right side. And just on the right of center, we're going to draw a little curl coming down the face. So right up here, we're going to curve in, then around the eyebrow. We're going to work our way back around, just thickening this up, and then just coming up towards that point. Now before we draw on the hair, I want to draw on the body because this will overlap the hair. So let's start with the necklace first. So just below the chin right here, we'll draw a circle, just with a pendant. Now we're going to draw some circles going up underneath the head for the chain. Starting on the top left side, we're going to draw a circle. And we're just going to repeat this until we get underneath the chin. So 3 circles that way, and then the same thing on the right side. We're going to continue working down the body. So on the side of the necklace, we're going to step down from the face and draw 2 curves coming down and slightly outwards. So right here on the left, we're going to curve down, and then on the right, we'll do the same thing in the opposite direction. We're going to close off the bottom by connecting those 2 points with a curve. Now we want to draw the top of her shirt. So it's going to go in behind the necklace. So starting on the left side, we curve down, in behind that pendant, then back up on the right side. We're going to draw a little stripe in here. So we're going to draw 2 more little curves going across, and then 1 more below it. Draw 1 more curve, stepping down even further. And then at the bottom, we just want to draw a little frill. So a series of little half circles going all the way across from left to right. We're going to step down and just draw these little half circles going all the way across the belly. Now let's draw on the sides of the skirt. From this point in the hip, we're going to curve down and then out toward the left. On the right, we'll go down and out towards the right. Let's add in that little sash that goes across the waist here. We're going to start on this side with a knot. So we'll start with a circle first. At the top of the circle, we're just going to draw a little hook for a little wrinkle. On the top left side, we're going to curve up towards the hip. And at the bottom, we're going to curve down and out towards the left. On the right side, we're going to go all the way up towards the right side of that hip, curving upwards. We're going to step down and curve across and down and back up. Go down and then back up. Right over here, right in the middle, we're going to draw a little curve for a wrinkle. On this side, we can probably draw a little short one as well. We draw the cloth coming down the side of the leg here. So from this point, we're going to curve down. On the inside, we'll curve down, just getting a little bit wider as we come down towards the bottom. We'll connect those 2 points with a curve. And then up here, we're just going to draw a little curve for a wrinkle. Now let's finish off the skirt. There's a seam that goes on the left side here. So right at the belt line right here, we're going to curve down, in behind the sash, and curve across over towards the right. Now I want to connect that point to the outside with a series of little curves. So starting here, we're going to curve up. We're going to curve over towards the right to a point, and then we'll curve back up again. Now I'm going to take that point and curve right in towards the side there. We're going to do the same thing for the left side. So we're going to step up, so there's a little overlap, curving over towards the left. We'll go up underneath the sash. Now I'm going to curve right in towards the side of that skirt. Let's finish off the lower part of the body with the legs. So we're going to leave a gap in the center. On either side, we're going to curve down towards the heel. So right here, we're going to curve down. Over here, we'll curve down. So it gets a little bit wider at the base of the feet. I'm going to round out the bottom of the feet. So from the heel, we'll curve over towards the left. We'll curve over towards the right. Now she doesn't wear any shoes, so I'm just going to round out the toe. We're going to curve around and in. Now this point is going to curve underneath the skirt, but I want the skirt to overlap the leg a little. So we're just going to curve up and then just tuck that in underneath. Right along here, I'm going to draw 2 little curves for the toes. Do the same thing on the right. Curl around the toe. We're going to tuck this in underneath the skirt, curving up and underneath. Draw 2 little curves for the toes on the right. Now let's go up and draw in the arm. So on this side, I'm going to have her arm on the hip. So we're going to start with the inside part of her arm first. So about halfway down the body, right about here, I'm going to curve over, so going down and over towards the left. We're going to step in to create a little overlap curve it down in towards the side of the body. Let's go up towards the top of the arm. So right above this point, we're going to step up underneath the head, curving out towards the elbow. Now we're going to draw the forearm coming in. We're going to leave a little gap here for the hand. Curve down to right about there. And do an overlap and just draw a little curve, a little hook like that for the back of the palm. We're going to step back and curl around for the finger. And then right in here, draw a little hook for the finger. Let's go over to the right side. Now this side I'm going to have her holding the paddle. So again, above that point we're going to step up underneath the head, curving down and then out towards the right. We're going to layer in the thumb. So this part right here, we're going to step down, curving up, coming down, and then we're just going to swirl that back up, aiming towards the top point of that thumb. From this point we're just going to hook it back for the palm of the hand. Now we're going to layer in the fingers. So on the side of this finger, this thumb here, we're going to curve out and back in. We're going to tuck the second finger in behind, so curving around and then in behind the thumb. We'll draw that one more time. The third finger going around like that. Now we're going to tuck the paddle in behind those fingers. So at the top, we're going to draw two lines going up and then coming in towards the center point. So we're going to start just above the thumb first, going up and then curving in. We're going to work our way in the opposite direction. And then down in behind the fingers. Now these two lines are going to extend all the way down towards the floor. So on the left side, we'll go down, an angle line. Same thing on the right. And that same straight line towards the bottom. We'll close off the bottom with a little curve. Now let's go back up to the top and finish off the paddle. So just above the hand, we're going to curve out and up on either side. On this side on the left, we're going to curve up towards the top. We're going to round up the top. Now we want to aim towards this point here. So curving, and then right here, I'm just going to draw a little notch. Little sideways V, and curve down towards that side. Let's go back to the bottom part of the hand. So below this finger, we're going to step down behind the staff, curving up. From that point, we're going to step back, and then curve across in behind the body. Now with the body in place, we can go back and draw in the hair tucked in behind the body here. So we're going to start at this point in the head. From this point, we're going to step up slightly, leaving a little bit of a gap. We're going to curve out, in, and we're going to just draw a little wave all the way down, and then just flick out the end. From this point, I want to curve in. So tapering it in. We're going to step down and just overlap the hair in behind the hand. Now we're going to go back up to the top and draw the top of the hair. So we're going to step back on the side, curving up, and then aiming towards that point there, leaving a little gap. Starting here, curving up, going around, and just aiming towards that point, leaving a little gap. From this point, we're going to step up, draw another wave, going out, in, and then right in behind that paddle. The hair is going to come down to the side somewhere here. So I'm just going to start underneath the paddle, curving around, and then out. I'm going to curve this in behind the paddle. It's going to continue towards the hand. From this point, I'm going to curve in the opposite direction, curving towards the body, and taper that back up. And step down and curve in behind the body there. We're going to add some strands in the hair. So right here, you can see a little bit of the ear. So beside the eyelash, I'm just going to curve from the head going out. From that point, I'm going to step in, just draw the lower earlobe on the left side. Let's add some strands down here. Below the earlobe, I'm just going to curve down. Stepping over, we'll draw another curve. Do the same thing on the right side, just underneath the head. Just adding a few little curves. Up here, we're going to add some strands going across the hair. So along the hairline, just going to curve up and over. Do a few various sized curves, leaving some space in between. On the side here, I'm just going to curve across and down. Draw two of those. A couple more on the left side. And that's pretty much it. There we have it. There's Chibi Moana. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send us your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.